going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's been another week once again. How's it going? I was sitting here trying to find something that I lost. You know how you all of a sudden notice that you're missing something, and then when you want to find it, you want to find it? I've looked everywhere. I got a smart mic, which is about the size of a USB drive, and I can't find it anywhere. But I'll find it. I didn't have much time to look for it, but I'll find it. So tonight I was going to try and see if I can make some fused Clapton wire for y'all. How's the cough? Timekeeper, it is better. I will go as far as saying it's better. I mean, but Patrick's still coughing, so I think if we're both coughing still, then we both still have something. So, but yeah, I got some wire. I got my drill set up. I don't really have the vise set up yet, which I'll do. I got I broke out one of the old, I saw Vic building the old aromomizer, and I have one still sealed in the package, so we may build that tonight. Why not? Yeah, it is an improvement, Timekeeper. I will say that. Still not gone completely, but it's better than it was. I mean, anything's better than what it was happening, like whenever I broke my nose, like December, January, I don't know, somewhere in there. That was coughing too hard, too long. That was bad. But it is what it is. I even moved my camera, so now my build camera is like way up. Let me see, but I zoomed it in, so the color may be off a little bit. This is not the best camera in the world. It looks a lot red, actually. I can mess with it some until y'all think it's right, but right now, I mean, it looks kind of weird, but we'll figure it out. Hey, T-Storms, how's it going? So usually, I've been vaping the Kelpie all week, so what I've been doing. That is horrible. Well, I tried to adjust it some. The 525 is not a 720p camera. Well, it's just 720. It doesn't do 1080, so the resolution is not as good as the main camera here. But, they're webcams. I will try to adjust it and get the contrast set. I mean, we can play with it before I start actually making wire. Now, I would show y'all the easy way with the little coil thing, but I don't think I couldn't find one of those before the show, but I'm just going to do it freehand. It's still really easy to do, especially with a little bit of practice. You can freehand and make some fused Claptons, no problem. I don't see it being a problem for anybody, unless you have problems with your hands or something. I could see that being an issue. Yeah, but it leaks no matter how you wick it. Well, Hef, the main thing you want to check for, definitely check the seals on the, because this is the Kelpie right here, and you can see it's not leaking. There's not a drop on my mod, so if it's wicked correctly, no problem, no problem. Vape's great, so I don't know. I'm going to have to get the fan going, though, because this is going to be nuts up in here. All right. So, what do we do first? Do we make wire? We have to, because if I'm going to be putting a fused Clapton into this aromomizer, then we're going to have to make some wire. I mean, you can see this thing is still sealed, so I'm going to open the seal on this. Might as well use it. I mean, what good is it in the box? And we got multiple of them, so. This is the good old rubber band aromomizer. Here, I'll show you out of the box so you can. This one's got the good old rubber band on there. It's black, all black, so it makes it a little harder to see, but I don't think they include, they include another rubber band, but it's black also, so that's not helping matters any. Man, this brings back memories. This is old with a 510 drip tip on there. You hope you can make it behave? Of course we can make it behave. Dolores, that's what we're going to do. We're going to tame this thing. taming the wire is another story because of this felt pad that's on my desk. My vise is a suction cup, so I have to move the pad out of the way, suction cup my vise down, move the pad back out so y'all can see what's going on, and then try to do the wire. Now I've seen people, you can straighten your wire, which is pretty easy. You take a straight piece of Kanthal, well, not a straight piece. Obviously, when you cut a piece of Kanthal off a roll, it's going to be all coily, right? So you take one piece, put it in your drill, or one side, put it in your drill. The other side you hold on to with some pliers, and you just spin it for a couple seconds, not too long. And then if you want, if you're worried about maybe the wire will look twisted or something, just reverse it. Then when you let go, the wire will be completely straight. If that helps you building fuse clappings. For me, I do it sometimes, but most of the time when you pull tension in the wires, they straighten out anyway, and as you're wrapping it, they come together, so it's not that big an issue to really straighten out your wire. What I build 9 times out of 10 is 26 gauge Kanthal with a 36 gauge wrap. Now my 36 gauge is on the big spool, the kidney puncher spool, which I'm about to run out of. Hopefully that's enough. If it's not, I might have a little bit more. I know I got some in stainless steel, but that's stainless. And then I got plenty of it. This is just lightning vapes. This is 26 gauge Kanthal. So what I try to do is I get 2 3-foot pieces of 26 gauge, or you can get 1 6-foot piece, which is the best way to do it. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Unicron. Look at that. That's cool. I've never seen that before. Did I take the liquor down here? Yes, I did. You're welcome to come get some. I thought you had a whole nother bottle, so I just took it. So what I'll do is I'll pull some wire out, actually the length of my arm. That gives me about 3 feet right there. And then I just repeat the process. I grab it where the end of my arm was, pull it again until I get full length of my arm. Boom. And then that's where I'm going to cut it. And as soon as I find the right cutters over here, that's check. How about now? My bad, guys. I accidentally unplugged the microphone. Is it good now? Okay, cool. So what I do on my vise, I have a little, this is what 3D printed deals with a bearing, and it's got a ring on it, right? So I'll just take one side of the wire and feed through that ring. This way you don't have to twist it or anything like that around the loop. I'm just going to slide it through the loop and then get to where I got both the edges here and put them together. I'm going to tighten this down on that loop and slide up the wire and then fold this over into a L. That way I can put this into my drill without screwing everything over. So, but the main thing I need to do now, see, and I'm leaving my wire all weird right now. I'm going to show y'all that you don't have to straighten your wire. I got to move some stuff out of the way first. All right, let's see if I can make room for my vise somewheres, and then still y'all be able to see what I'm doing, which that's going to be the difficult part. There we go. Let's try right there, hopefully. Okay, that seems to be on the table good. Let's go to the build cam and see if we can get this on camera some kind of ways here. And I'm going to try to adjust this camera now because that does look like total crap. Let's go to the adjustment screen here because this looks bad. All right. Let's change. Can I change this? Well, that didn't make it look any better. There's the brightness. The gain doesn't really do a lot for it. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Exposure, let's bring that down. Contrast, maybe a little more. Ooh, not that way. And the white balance. I wonder if that's okay. Does that look any better? Well, it is what it is, guys. I don't know how good I'm going to be able to get that. This camera just sucks for doing something like this. Got my wire stuck up under my cup now. Great. So here we go. I just take this L, which you can't see because it's off camera. Feed this into the drill here. You want to get it as tight as you can on here though. So if you got a lot of slack, just grab it right from where the vise is and slide it towards your drill. Then go back and retighten this thing because you don't want a lot of slack in this because then it is hard to coil. There we go. So you can barely see that. Wow. Let me try to zoom in on that some because you really can't even see the wire right now. Errors would be done by now. You're right, Unicron. You are right. Cut me some slack, man. Let me try to zoom in on this. I really don't think that this focus is even going to help this. Yeah, that's as good as it gets. You can see it if I put my hand under there, but that's how close my wires are together. Run right up to it. This is actually running at an angle I need to pull back over, but I don't know how far I can get it over to where y'all can see it still. I'm trying to move stuff out of the way. Actually, it looks better when I have something there where you can see it. See how I just pull it tight and it takes the slack out. If you leave it loose, no good. Pull it tight and they stay pretty close together. And my camera settings are in the way of chat, so I can't see what y'all are saying. Where's my scuba goggles? I have them, but honestly, Unicron, I don't even need them for this. Put a piece of paper down. That's not a bad idea, but I don't really have a piece of paper that would look good. I have this maybe. Wow, that blows it way out, doesn't it? That's not good. Ah. Anyways, so I'm going to grab this and see how far we get with this wire. Hopefully, I don't know how many feet this is, but hopefully I can get a good portion of this done. If I can't, I tried. So all I'm going to do is take the very end of this, which you can't see, obviously, and wrap this around the little L section that's sticking out. This is just going to help me get this thing started. I'm just wrap a few wraps around here. Boom. And then I'm going to hold the spool between my thumb and my middle finger. And you're going to put a little attention a little tension on this. It did look better with the iPhone. So I'm just going to hold a little tension on this, and I usually keep this spool back about a foot to 2 foot back, because you're going to run, when you're running this, you don't want to keep it perfectly parallel. You want to go a little in front of it, or is it a little behind? Yeah, a little in front. That way it doesn't back up behind you on the spool there. But I'm going to start off slow, and once it gets started here, we're going to just go at it. And I know you can't see the spool worth a darn. I'm trying, but now, well, y'all can see it a little bit. Trying to see if I got a good start on that. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it's just twisted a little bit. I'm on the slow speed. Hold on a second. This will take forever that way. Whoa, there we go. Now we're rolling. Hey, RS. Technically, he is Legend RS. He's got that title. It's like Talion too. Okay, I'm about a foot across on the wire now. I know y'all can't see it. Hey, Aries, you sound like Scuba, right? Something broke. It popped out of my drill right here. It snapped right here. You know what? I think that's enough, though, and I really don't have that much wire left. Look at this. I'm about to run out, so I'm just going to stop it right there, because y'all don't want to hear that loud drill. I should have just muted it, but I wanted y'all to hear it so you know what it sounds like. Where'd my cutters go now? Oh, right in front of me. I'm just going to stop it right there. Now, hopefully I can get this where y'all can see it. Let me get all this stuff out of the way first. Ugh. As long as I don't make 2 coils, we're good. I think it will. All right. Let's snip this side off. It's just the very beginning. You don't need to snip much of it off. I can't see this worth a darn, so I have no idea how good it is, but we're going to try to see how good the wrap is, even though I did not have my goggles on. Let me get to the video here so I can focus this. All right. Can y'all see that looks like a solid piece of wire? That's how tight, oops, wrong way. That's how tight you want your coil wrap to be when you're doing a fused Clapton. So there you go. Let me turn the focus back on. Drill wasn't, it wasn't loud? Oh, that's cool. Thanks, DeMillan. I thought the drill would sound like really loud and y'all would be like, stop with the drill. Stop with the drill. So I got a piece about yay long. And like I said, I was about to run out of wire anyway, so we're going to see if I can get a couple of coils out of this. I didn't look for my coil master. Oh, there it is. I got so much stuff in the way. I was sliding stuff on my desk. There's a coil master. Still use this thing. It wasn't as loud as me. Thanks, RS. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get the wrinkle out of the mat, and it was a battery under there. Dude. And one thing I just noticed, if you accidentally leave the top partly open on the Kelpie, yeah, you'll get a leak then, because then you got a hole for the juice to go right out. But mine still didn't leak even with that partly open, which I accidentally bumped, I guess, when I was doing all this. So, let's wrap up one of these coils here. I need to do something with these, with all this wire I got. So you don't even really have to take out the wraps that are in, like if you can see twists in here, as long as there's not that much, you can still, oh, what's up, Minecrafter? Yeah, man, you're slow on the fallout, man. You gotta get moving. You better get started. Go get your gold, man. All right, so I'm gonna do 3mm wraps. Hopefully that works on top of a 3, 4, 5, and 6 on top of a aromomizer. This is way back, so did I do 7 wraps? The good thing about if you do too many wraps on this, you can always pull one right back off. Very easy to do. I'll try and put this on camera too, but so here's the wire I just made, and I can't even see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. There it is. That does look like 7 wraps, doesn't it? So I'm going to take this one, the very first one, off. So the easy way to do that, instead of trying to reach this high, instead of trying to unravel it, you just grab one side with your pliers, and you're just gonna, let me try and get this on camera, sorry. You just pull until it spins back around, and then boom, you've removed a wrap. That's simple. And without, stop unplugging my mic, I didn't touch it. If it's going in and out, it's because of another reason. Let me move this, because that is getting bad glare. There we go. Here, maybe y'all can see this now. Will it focus? There you go. That looks like any fuse Clapton you'd buy at the store. So, there's one done. Whoa, I almost lost the wire. That sucker just flew across. Should have held on to it. And the focus is way out. I'm in VHS mode. Yeah, there you go. It does look bad. I'll agree with you guys. It looks bad right now. Let me switch back to this camera, because that camera looked like Jack. I haven't even tried to fix that. I'll mess with it. But right now I'm just wrapping a couple of coils, so big deal. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right there. This time I'm not going to have to pull one off. What's up, King Cobra? How you doing? All right, 2 coils, good to go, and I even had just a little bit left over. But I'm cutting it off, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Even though this one's not going to show. I need to get a camera where I can show some real detail. I mean, this camera, now that I put it way up so y'all could see it would have been better for me to leave my camera down low. Putting it up like that was not a good idea. It doesn't have enough resolution for that, so I won't do that again. I'll move everything back down, because that's crazy. Hey Dave, how's it going? That was just too much. And actually, if I try to do the build cam right now, I'm going to have to move it now. because you're not going to be able to see me build on this aromomizer. Let me try and move this without destroying everything on my computer tower here. Whoa. All right. Let's see what we can get here. This is probably going to look really crazy. All right, hold on. Let me go back and readjust the settings now. Configure video. Focus, Daniel-san. Why is the camera moving? Hold on. Oh, I know why. Duh. All right, hold on. Advanced settings. I can switch this to auto, but I don't know how good that's going to look. Yeah, that kind of looks like crap. My hands are doing the whole Vic thing right now. I don't like that at all on the white balance. I'd rather look whiter. Okay, anyways, so here's the two coils. We're going to try and put that in the aromomizer right now. There we go. See, it actually focuses sometimes. What state is this? It's a state of emergency, Stephen. We're in Virginia. Here is the aromomizer in all its glory, which I need to get back where I'm seeing what I'm doing here. Here we go. I'm way off. Camera's way off. I'm going to fix this here in a minute. Wow. Yeah, this is old school. This is fill from the bottom old school. With a velocity style deck, no less. I hope this one fits it, but I'm not going to be so lucky, am I? Nope. Got to get it out of the box. Luckily, they do give you the tool in here. There it is. Because that's a very small Allen key. Compared to what we have now, this one's small. And I can't even hardly get it out of the box. There we go. Very teeny tiny Allen key. So what I'm going to do now is make sure that the posts are open so I can get these coils in here. That one's still not good, not all the way open. I might get it. There we go, that's good enough. Well, that one probably needs to come out a little more. Okay. Now, as far as the cotton goes on this, man, I haven't wicked this thing in so long. There's no real wicking channels for the cotton to sit down inside of. So, yeah. That's good. Take my Addy stand. Wait, you know what? Let's use the Stevie Dilligaff Addy stand with the Scuba logo on there. There we go. Bam. Maybe that'll show up better anyway. Or not. I can pull this down closer, guys. How about that? That look better? Now that I have it back down, I can actually get to it. So, this is easy right here. You're just gonna feed this through. Boom. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my Allen wrench, and then I'm also going to take the coil master to hold it straight as I'm tightening this down. Hey, Talion. Our vape shops never closed. Yeah, they didn't. They were like, yeah, that's an essential thing. People need to vape. Go figure, our state's happy about it for some reason. Compared to other states, it's like, nope, y'all don't need it. Now, I got to get this in there really good because you don't want this to stick out too far. You'll get a dead short, which is bad news. And I can barely see this. I need to put on the scuba goggles. And I'm doing this opposite, as in one of my leads is going through the bottom hole, one of them is going through the top hole. As you can see, I got one going through the bottom and one going through the top. Depending on whether you wrap it clockwise or counterclockwise. If it was counterclockwise, it would be the opposite. It would be the bottom on this side and the top on the other side. So let's cut off the extra here because it's just going to get in the way when I try to put the new coil in there. These cutters have become magnetic, so it's holding it's trying to hold all the clippings on there. So the other coil's right here. I was like, where'd it go? And then throw that one in there like that. I may have to do some readjusting on this because I know that chimney is a tight fit. It's a tight fit. And I want to make sure I get this in there really far. That's not even gripping it good. Grip hold. That's about as good as I won't get it, I guess. Alright, let's cut off the spare on this. Hopefully I don't cut one of the real leads because that's how good my vision is now. It sucks. Alright. Let's see how this looks to you guys here. Not bad for no goggles. Now we have to see if it's going to fire up correctly, and we got to burn them in. Oh, I'm going to, Dolores. I'm going to do that too. Well, first let's. That's a little tight. That is a little tight. You know what? I think that's actually touching. It's barely touching, but it's enough to make me go, nah. Where's my goggles at? Alright, let's put on the goggles and find out what I can do to make this closer. The 3mm might be too much for the rumomizer. I mean, I literally have this almost right up against the post, so I'm so used to doing 3mm. Almost everything now you can put, 3mm, no problem. But this one might not be that case. I really can't get that in any further. It's actually touching the post over there. But I'm going to finagle this to where it'll fit. That'll fit there. All right, now let's get this one. Well, that one slid in some more. The bottom, I don't know if that one's going to slide anymore, but I'll try. That one's really tight in there. Let's just go with that. Wow, that barely fits in there. I don't know, guys. I tell you what, if you do get a 3mm in here, you're I really... let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this bottom silver ring, if it's not inside that, you will dead short. And look how close that is. It's very, especially right here. Looks like it's almost going to touch. And I cannot get that to go any closer, really. Go vertical? DeMillan, you know I got to try to push it to the edge and see if I can get it to fit in there. The problem is that being that tight a fit, there's not going to be any room for airflow. And it would suck even if I do get it to work. See, one side's in right. It'll work. The other side, no. Why can't I get that one to go in? I'm going to get that one piece to go in. I got fluff hanging on my finger. This one lead is the only one I need to get to go in further. Ooh, I felt it go in. You will stay right there. Now the top. Why does the other side look high now? This side's going to fit. That's going to fit. That side, no. I don't know how that happened. I never touched those. So I guarantee if y'all have one of these aromamizers, don't build over 2.5 millimeter. This is being a real headache right now. No, I can't see chat. Scuba, start over. Ryan, that sounds like a good idea. I may have to do that because there's no way I'm getting this to... It's just not going to work. Finding the 2.5 millimeter rod is the hard part. It's a 2-hour show. Thanks, John Q. Oh, man. Yeah, they made this deck so small. I mean, this one will work, but honestly, I think the coil was going to touch on the inside, so it's not even worth trying. I'm just going to take it loose. Doing it vertical would work, technically. I could try that because DeMillan suggested that. I'm going to put my goggles on, though. I'm struggling to see this right now. Oh, goggles. Yeah, it's an old Addy. Yeah, this is an old aromomizer. Original. So, or I don't know what version this you would call this one. I can't remember. There we go. They're out. Now, if I'm going to try to do this, yeah, the leads are all bent now. It's in there. Hey, why not try and do it vertical? Why not? I may have to do some finagling on it, but I'll get it. I don't know why this lead won't slide through. It would look a lot prettier if I could have got this in there and then tightened it, but since I already did it horizontal, it's got a bend in it, and there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, there's one in there. It's in there vertically, so we're going to try and get the other one in there now. After I try and straighten it. Look how crooked the leads are right now. I'm going to try to straighten this out. A little bit anyway. Okay, that one's in. That lead is just so bent right there. Well, it went in some more. That's a good thing. Getting the wick into here is going to be a chore. That's going to be fun. We'll see how it works out. Alright. They're both in there. It looks weird, doesn't it? But that's almost like an infinity type symbol thingamajigger. But let's see if this ohms out correctly. That's going to be a real test. And that's before I even put the top cap on. I'm doing this one first. Thanks to Millen, but that was not nothing I'd want to wish on anybody. What are we ohming out at? 0.21. That's correct, actually. Now it's going down to 0.17, but once I get these burned in, it's not dead shorting, that's for sure. Just going to start off at low wattages here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but there we go. Needs a little bit of a squishing to get it all evened out. Why is my... There we go. These, the older atomizers always had a bad habit, especially like once you first tighten it down, you go and fire your coils and then everything went in a little more because of the crappy screws they put in here. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's make sure it still fires okay. Yep, center out exactly what it's supposed to. Um, you can lift the top. They won't touch the deck. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of room inside there, JR. Yeah, you could actually lift these up higher. Um, I'm just trying to keep it about even with the airflow. Yeah, this fits without touching anywhere. I'm not worried about this arcing out at all. So we're good in that respect. How much juice do I have in this? Not enough. Ah, that sucks. Well, Nilla nuts it is. Well, actually, we need to wick it first. Where's all my cotton at? There it is behind me. Let's take a piece of cotton, Muji. I should only need one strip of this. As long as this is, I should be able to make 2 coils out of this thing. Yeah, it's great, John Q. You should try it. I haven't done a vertical coil in so long. This is probably going to be hilarious. There's not a lot of room to get in there. So I need to grab a hold of that. There we go. I really don't like a lot of cotton above the top of it on vertical. It makes it not taste good. Now the bottom, I'm just going to fluff out and spread out across the deck, which this deck is not. It's like nothing there. So there's one side done pretty much. I'm just going to use the rest of this. I really don't see the need to have another one. Carolina extract. Exactly. That's some good nick. I can't complain with that. We do have the flavorings on order for that blueberry that I talked to y'all about last week. They should be here literally any day now. So as soon as it gets here, we'll be making some and we'll let y'all know how good it is. According to DeMillan, it's really good. So I don't know. I know DeMillan was going to make some. She was just missing like one flavor. So I don't know if she got some and how good it turned out. I'm going to try to look at chat, even though I have my goggles on. Here we go. Now I can see chat. So did you make one, DeMillan, and did it turn out okay? I made it and love it. Okay, that sounds awesome, DeMillan. So I'm going to put some juice on here, let this soak down through. Down the side of the coil, obviously, down here in the deck. I'm not going to overflood this thing because this is the smallest deck, man. We just don't use atomizers like this anymore. Now I need to have this at way higher of a wattage. Yeah, JR, exactly. That's what I tried to do. I don't know if you can tell, but I got those things about as flush as I can get them. You see that? I don't like a lot of wick on the top because yeah, it doesn't wick very good. You're right. Yeah, I'm hoping that DeMillen's had the original glass blueberry cake so she has something to compare it to because I want to know how close it is to the original. If it's even close, I'm good, man. That's gonna be a good vape right there. Okay. Now we have to fill up this pain in the butt tank, which is, there's no top fill on this. This is all right through the bottom right here. Take a breath, bottle. I don't even know how well, what's up, Jazzy? I don't even know how well this tank will vape at the higher wattages that I'm going to need because of the fact that normally I vape these coils at 75 watts. And since this is a really old tank, now I'm going to have to turn this upside down because if I don't, I'll have juice all over the place. And then we're going to give it a quick fire to make sure that I'm definitely not dead shorting. I'm back spinning on here to make sure I don't cross thread this thing because that would be hell. The problem is the whole atomizer came loose from the mod. All right, I'm going to have to take it loose. Yeah, the atomizer itself unscrewed from the mod. Get off there. Oh, that crunchy, man, this is, oh, they have come a long way as far as the quality of how well they do the threading on these atomizers nowadays because that sucked. Here we go. The vape test. I'm going to leave the airflow all the way open because it's going to need it. Minimum 0.3. Well, I'm at 0.23 right now. So there we go. Yeah, y'all should try out that recipe. I saw it and I was like, man, I bet you this is great. And then now everybody's making it and it seems it's turning out good. So, all right, we're gonna try this at at a lower wattage, just for the heck of it. Wow. Yeah, that is not enough power. Not even close. I'm gonna go up to 60 watts. Much better. Much better. This definitely has a whistle. I don't know if y'all can hear the whistle from the aromomizer. And now you can't put this up against the tanks that came out now. This tank is like 2014, I do believe. It's very old, so it has issues. It does, but it's got great flavor. That's a big old cloud. Now we need to see if it's going to dry hit though. So yeah, my air band is definitely open. I don't know if y'all can see because how dark it is, but it's it's open all the way. Here's the box that came in. Aromomizer RDTA, really old. Higgie's had a lot of these on their auction. They probably still have a lot of them left, as far as I know. In case y'all do want to get one for the heck of it, they probably still have some. It vapes fine. Um, I know that there's RTAs out there now that definitely have better flavor than this, but for its time, it was really good. I still can't fault it. I'm wondering how fast it's going to go through juice, especially with vertical coils in there. Oh, nice, dire thing. Cool. There's nothing wrong with it so far. I mean, I'm going to continue. Man, I can't believe it ain't even been an hour and we already made wire and wicked up a tank that took. It's not bad, DeMillan. I really think it's going to take a minute to kick in because that was really tight getting that through the coils. So the coils are going to have to soak in the juice a little bit, but I can taste the flavor already. It's not as good as like the Trilogy or the Fatality, which I did see. The Fatality M25 is over at MV Pro. I just got the email today, so if y'all are trying to get a Fatality M25, they got them for like $50, I think. There you go. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not really like super flavorful. I'm not getting that. So, eat my brownie. Fine, I'll eat the brownie. I'm scared. Are you scared you're going to come down here and eat it from me? This has a weird taste to it. You don't think you've ever done a vertical coil? Wow, DeMillan. Especially back in the velocity days. I did vertical coils a lot back then. I'm safe? Okay. Sorry, I was demanded to eat my arsenic. You might be right, DeMillan. I was demanded to eat my brownie. Oh, that's right, the two-hole band. JR Biker, you're right. So they give you two bands in the box. One of them has 4 holes and the other one has 2 holes. I remember now that I used the 2-hole one. It's been that long. So I don't know if you can see. This band has 2 holes there and 2 holes there, right? So that's a 4-holer. This one has 2 holes there and then nothing. So it's just 2 holes. Now the question is, which 2 holes is where my coils are? That's the most important thing because you want the airflow going in and hitting your coils. I'm going to try to shine a light in there and find out which 2 holes are where my coil is. That's where the post is. Okay, so the coils are here and there, all right? It's not perfectly lined up with them, but it's close enough. So there we go. Now we're on those 2 holes. I think the flavor should bump up now, just like JR Biker said. Oh, that's so much better. RS, yes, it is a 4-holer. The band that comes on it has got 4 holes. The other band is 2 holes. And the 2-hole one is definitely giving me more flavor than the 4-hole. Now the 4-hole, I could see it being good for the lower ohm builds that you're going to need a lot of airflow for, but to me, the 4-hole it's so much air that it's killing the flavor of it. So by changing this to 2-hole, it's a lot better. How did I know RS was just being a smart butt? I should have known better. The community outhouse. So, I did ask Vic about the Kelpie RDA. Especially it hitting the U.S. market. So when is it going to be available for sale so that y'all can get one? He still has not heard word yet, so he does not know. I'm sure that as soon as Vic finds something out, that y'all be the first to know. Well, the second to know probably. I gotta tell Vic first, obviously, right? So that the Kelpie I've been using a lot, the Kelpie RTA, and then also the yeah, Vic is still doing his thing, Dolores. They actually no, he didn't retire. That was a troll, Dolores. They actually do their show now on Thursdays. So the UK Vape Show now is broadcast live on Thursdays on Vic's channel. So if you're on the East Coast, it's like 4 p.m. I think on the East Coast. It's 9 p.m. UK time, I think it is. I mean, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the times on Thursdays. Bitches of Eastwick started their show back up. They're only going to do it every fortnight, which I believe fortnight is every other week or so. So they said their next show will be on the 15th. I let you down? How'd I do that, Kevin? Uh-oh. What happened? Uh-oh. That's a fortnight? Okay. I was like, what is this, the 1800s? Fortnight? All right. How did I let Kevin down? I'm wondering what didn't work. I'm scrolling back. I don't see anything, but I'm sure it's something I did. Oh, what'd I do, Kevin? Was hoping to see a second dry hit in a week on an aromizer. Oh, Kevin. There's no, I'm not. I'm still trying to get a dry hit. Give me a minute. Maybe it'll dry hit. I doubt it, but. Vertical coils can definitely give you a dry hit if you get too much wicking in there. Am I going to build the rose? I don't even know where the rose is right now, Dom Long. I would. I mean, I literally have nothing but distaste for that tank, but the only part I can find to my rose is this, which is the little silver thing to be able to take the tank all the way apart. The rose is somewhere buried in a box, but I'll find it. Maybe we'll do a rose. Munchkin, you hush. No, Kevin, Vic is gonna do it. Honestly, Vic is probably the same way I am right now. You get so used to building the newer style tanks that it's hard to go back and build the old ones. Just because the older ones were a lot more picky about wicking, the size coils that you can use. Oh, it's even the bubbles are coming up, man. You can tell that it's accepting juice. I'm not gonna get a dry hit, Kevin. Sorry to disappoint you, but this thing is vaping fine. Plenty of vapor production. The flavor's okay. It's not the best in the world, but in 2014, I would have thought this was awesome. Put it that way. They've just got better design tanks now, all together. So, do I prefer the 510 drip tip? DeMillan, actually, that's a good point that you're bringing up. As far as the 510 goes, it really depends on what you're looking for. For a person that's really after flavor and not worried about clouds whatsoever, usually the smaller drip tips like the 510s tend to give more flavor just because of the restriction and the concentration of the vapor into one small area. When you have the big old 810 drip tips, you're taking this giant massive vape, and it seems that it hurts the flavor in a way. So the older tanks that had the smaller 510 drip tips, I think are really good on flavor. They actually will save you a lot on juice. So if you're buying juice as opposed to making your own, you might want to go with an older tank that just it doesn't use that much juice, and you can go with a lot higher ohm and lower wattage, and your batteries last a lot longer too. It's really important to know that high wattage and big clouds are not mandatory to have to get good flavor or excellent flavor for that matter. You can have a 1.2 ohm build and vape that thing at like 12 watts and get a excellent vape. Are you going to win any cloud competitions? No. But you're going to get a full throat hit with excellent flavor if it's a good tank. The old K-Fun's, perfect example of that. They were little mouth to lung deals, but they were excellent on flavor. Had a like almost a pinhole. It was a 510 drip tip, but the actual hole was like the size of a pencil lead. That's what I'd compare it to. Just a piece of pencil lead out of a pencil. That's how big around the hole is in the drip tip, and it was great on flavor. All that vapor was concentrated down into a small chimney, right up through your drip tip, and boom, man, the flavor hits you. It's just like, man, it was great. And I would still vape a K-Fun. If that's all I had, by God, I'd vape the hell out of a K-Fun. Yeah, now, Paul, I understand that. A lot of people really like hotter vapes or warmer vapes, and if that's the case, then you probably want to go with the wider bore or something that has really good airflow, because if you're going to be running that much heat through there, you don't want to burn up your coils or your cotton, so you need enough airflow to cool those down as you're inhaling so that it don't burn your wick. This Trilogy, I haven't found any coil I can't put in here and just vape the bejesus out of it. It's a monster. And this really needs probably re-wicked. It hasn't. It's been sitting here because I've been vaping everything else, trying not to cough. What fruits are in black vine? I think black currant is in black vine, DeMillan. I could be wrong, but I think it's black currant. And when I heard that, I was like, I don't know about black currant. I don't think I would like it. If it has any kind of licorice-y type taste, I wouldn't like it. Tony, what's going on, man? I think Tony needs to do another show. It's been long enough, Tony. It's been like a month now, maybe even 2 months. You need to get the Tony rolling. Just saying. Ah, see, Slow knows black currant and grape. I was almost sure black currant was in there. I did not know grape was in there. F you. Tony, come on now. You know I got to do it, Tony. So this is what I've been running in my Even Aliens, exactly. It's a really quiet vape. You're not going to disturb, like say you're watching a movie all in the living room and you're vaping the K-Fun. It's a really quiet, stealthy vape that you can just sit there and enjoy and watch the movie and not disturb other people by going, yeah, that's too much. So this is what I've been vaping inside the Cocoa, which is Cookie Twist. This is called Strawberry Honey Graham. This is what I put in the Cocoa, and it's what I've been running the same coil since I got the Cocoa, and it's still running the same coil. Still vapes great. And, you know, Jazzy's like, you need to change that coil. I'm like, dude, yeah, Ozman, the Heisenberg, it is different, but it's good. I still have some Heisenberg, by the way, right here. Now, I don't get the ice version, which is the menthol, but this one's just called Heisenberg the Berg. It's only good in some, Ozman, it's kind of tricky. I don't like the Heisenberg in every tank that I own. more of the restrictive type tanks is where it really shines. So I vape it in my Kraken. So it's really got a nice smooth, because this is a 510 drip tip. It's a really smooth vape out of this with a stock coil in there, and it's great like that. And this is the what is this called? Wow, this is the first time I've lost some memory. I know it's called the Cold Steel. That's it. I was gonna call it the One Steel, but it's the Cold Steel. The problem I'm having with this is I ran some cinnamon red hot through here, and oh, you have it in the cocoa. Nice. The cocoa should give it a. You should definitely get a good flavor out of the cocoa with that, because it's a nice restrictive vape. Yeah, this definitely. I can taste the Heisenberg, but I still have a hint of cinnamon red hot, and that's really hard to get out. It's not like getting um, fluid out of your. You're not going to get fluid out of any tank. I don't care if you ultrasonic it. But this, if I ultrasonic this tank, I'm sure I could get it back clean and start over again. Geek Vape has a rebuild kit for the Cocoa. Wow, DeMillan, that does not surprise me. Oh, you got the dead rabbit. Good for you, Tony. Hell yeah. I cannot wait, guys, until the flavoring comes in for that glass blueberry cake clone. I'm going to, which DeMillan suggested I just mix it live on the show. I'm going to do that live on the show. We're going to make a bottle of that juice. I may already have made some because I'm not going to wait until next Friday. But I will make some more live on the show and show y'all exactly how to go by a recipe and follow it, especially if you're doing it by weight, which weight is so much easier than trying to do it by milliliter. It's just so much better. So I love the e-liquid recipes. Automatically takes, and it already knows what the specific weight of each type flavor is. So it automatically figures that out for you, so you know exactly the weight that it should be. The main thing that I can't stress enough, you got to have a good scale. You got to have a good scale that weighs down to .001, I think it is. If it doesn't, then it's not good enough. I have, I did try, am I using the ELR? Oh yeah, I'm using e-liquid recipes now, DeMillan. I used to use e-juice me up, but this is the problem with e-juice me up. Every time I use e-juice me up, you have to go in and put down the specific weight of every flavor, which sucks. I mean, you have to do it every single time. So if I'm making a new flavor, I have to go in there, weigh it, put that in, go calculate the next flavor, weigh it, put that in. It's too much trouble. E-liquid recipes does it for me, so that's what I'm going to do. So much easier. I hope that site never goes down, because it makes things so much easier for somebody that's doing DIY. Otherwise, it would be a pain in the butt. Yeah, if you're making a big bottle of something, if you're making a 500 milliliter bottle, which is what we do of Nilla Nuts, you can literally pour it into there until you get close to your weight. Then obviously you want to slow down until you just got drop until you get it, pinpoint on there. If you go a little bit over, a little bit under, no big deal, except on Nick. If you're doing that with Nick, especially 100 milligram Nick, that is very bad. You don't want to do that. So don't do that. And I think it's funny the bitches of Eastwick was talking about they don't know of any vapors that may have had the COVID virus, and I'm sitting there going, I resemble that remark. I think that I honestly had the COVID virus, and then they go, oh yeah, we forgot about Scuba, and they were like, yeah, I think you really did have it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can use funnels if you want, Kevin. You just have to factor that into the weight if you're going to be, weighing stuff. Obviously, you have to tear it out after you put the funnel on there so that you don't throw your weight off. But other than that, you can use a funnel. You can use whatever you want. But Yeah, see, Tony, 360 mils. I mean, if you buy enough flavoring, why not go ahead and make a big batch of it? That way, the juice that you made is already steeping, especially juices that need steeped for a while. Nilla Nuts is a perfect example. It does get better after it steeps. I can vape it fresh and it's still good to me, but it does get better the more it steeps, especially I'd say the 2 to 3 week range all the way up to a month. That's when it really starts turning gold and looking and just tasting delicious. Dom Long is not a bad idea to do that. You can also get the recipes into eLiquid Recipes, and then instead of downloading recipes, screenshot it. You'll have pictures of them, and you'll actually see it. Now, calculating it like you, whatever recipe that you take a screenshot of, if you're doing so many milligram nicotine, obviously that's going to change if you change your recipe. So there goes the cough. Dadgummit. So if you wanted to go from 6 to 3 milligram, you'd have to go. Yeah, you can back them up, DeMillan, but what if the site goes down? That's what I'm saying. How could you do anything if the site was down? You got a gallon of juice mixed up. Well, Tony, you're set then. Heaven's just a steep away. There you go, Steven. I can't believe I'm sitting here vaping the old original Aromomizer. This is crazy. But it's wicking good. It's not giving me any dry hits. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Kevin. It's not doing it. There you go, Paul. That's a great idea. Actually, print them off. Make a recipe book. Laminate them son of a guns. If they're that good, laminate that son of a gun. Put it in a book so that it'll never go away. You'll have it till the day you die, you know? Oh, that's what you're doing, is taking screenshots? Yeah, that's a great idea, Dom Long. It is. I'm so, I knew about e-liquid recipes a long time ago, and I was just so hooked on e-juice me up, and then I was like, you know what? I need to switch over to mixing by weight because I know it's easier. You don't have to go through as many syringes and stuff. If you're doing big batches, you don't use syringes really if you're pouring it in. So, hey Bunny, how you doing? I already talked about y'all's show a lot of times, and you just now got here. Um, Hell yeah, Dave. I'm with you right there, man. Um, I was just letting everybody know that the bitches have started their show back up. So, and they have a new bitch, which is Jules. If y'all have not seen the show, then I'm sorry to spoil it for you. But now they have a new bitch, which is Jules. So now it's Bunny and Gail and Jules. So their next show is on the 15th, which in the UK I think it's 9 p.m. and over here it is right around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do believe. But yeah, their next show will be the 15th. So they're not like, blowing out and doing a show every week now. So they're doing it every other week, which is fine. Hello, church. How you doing? And page protector. Sue, that's another great idea. I mean, as far as the recipes go, I've kicked myself in the butt because the recipes that I had made in Juice Me Up, it saves it to your hard drive, right? And my hard drive got corrupted with a virus, and I end up having to wipe that hard drive, and I lost every recipe I ever made, which sucks. Um, Nilla Nuts, obviously we knew that one, so it was easy to get that recipe again. But the rest of them that I was making, nope, gone. So, okay, it's 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, Bunny. I thought it switched because y'all's time switched and ours did too, and now I thought it was 4 for us today, but it could have been 3. I didn't look at the clock. I just saw that y'all were live, so. Yeah, dart thing, that's the good thing. A lot of scales, especially the nicer scales come with weights so you can check it for calibration to make sure that it's weighing out the way it's supposed to. It'll come with little weights of different weights and sizes so you can check, 10 milligram weight, see if it shows 10 milligram, then you know you're good. So you still need to get hazelnut. Yeah, make sure that you get, I do believe it's Flavor West hazelnut, and I do not get the DX version. Now, the DX version is personal preference. Hazelnut you can get regular, or hazelnut you can get in DX form. Now, the DX form is supposed to hold its flavor longer, but personally, I don't like the DX version. I like the non-DX version. So it may be TFA. I'd have to go look, Paul. I think it is TFA actually. Did I say Flavor West? Holy crap! Yeah, it's TFA. So yeah, I don't use the DX version, but that's up to you. You can try each one if you'd rather. If the DX version is cheaper for you to get or something like that, you can get the DX version. You won't notice a lot of difference, but there's a difference, and I like using straight up regular hazelnut, no DX. The DX version has no diacetyl. Well, thank you, DeMillan. I wasn't sure why they called it DX. So that's the same way of getting Capella V1 and V2. The V2 is non-diacetyl. The V1 has diacetyl. And you know what? Give me all the diacetyl, because no matter how much diacetyl you put in your juice, it's never going to equal even the amount of one cigarette. So not even close. So you're fine. I have not talked to Aries in quite a while, Dom Long. Oh man, I'm so sorry, even aliens. I'm so sorry, man. I hope you get better. Fight that damn thing off, man. Hopefully you don't get sick as I did with coughing so hard that you actually black out and hit the floor. If you get to that point to where you're coughing so hard that you feel like you're gonna pass out, put some pillows around your head or a freaking motorcycle helmet or something, because I wish I would have, because it cost me a broken nose, and it's still not right. It still feels numb. So yeah, diacetyl is yummy, church. I know. Give me the diacetyl. Give me the diacetyl, man. It's great. Diacetyl, yum yum. You know what? I don't even have to get up to make another drink. I'm right here. It's like I have a bar at my desk. We now have a chameleon to add to the zoo. We have a chameleon. It has its own little terrarium thingamajigger. It is a baby, though. It's very small. Yeah, even aliens, if it's anything like I got, man, Chip, that's his name? Okay. I really, I don't know if I had the COVID. I don't know if I still have the COVID, but it's the longest I've ever been sick in my entire life. And y'all know I've been casting now for God knows how many years. I literally wasn't even vaping that long before I started casting. So since I'm on like year 10 now, maybe casting for 9 years straight. I have not taken any breaks except for maybe a weekend. I think I've missed 2 shows in all this time, and that was one because I was moving one time, and the other time I think I was on vacation and I couldn't get good internet. Other than that, I've always been on. So there you go, John Q. Now you know somebody. The 15th, I'm getting MRIs neck and lower back with contrast back to back. Gonna be a fun day. Might as well suffer and pay the price for a couple weeks than doing them apart. That Dave, exactly. You might as well go ahead and get it out of the way instead of doing it, and then having to go right back and do it again. So, damn. I'm glad though that you won your lawsuit thing and you got your money and hell yeah, good for you. I did file to get my stimulus. They did accept it. I'm waiting now to actually get my stimulus. So, and for anybody that's watching the latest console war between the new Xbox Series X and the new PS5, it looks like, which blows my mind because usually Sony's the leader in the game, the PS anything, but it looks like Microsoft and Xbox have just demolished the PS5. The specs on the new system is way better than the PS5, so it's like 4 teraflops or something crazy. It's with the ray shading and 4K, and it's going to be a really nice system when it comes out. Jamilin, how did you know? You know me too well. That stimulus, well, not all of it, but yeah. The stimulus is going to be used for the Xbox. Yes, definitely. Timekeeper, I wouldn't doubt it. Before with the older Xbox, it had problems with overheating, but the new one, if you've seen the new one, looks like a tower with a giant fan on top. I think they got the cooling issue figured out. I really hope that there's no problem with it. So. Dire thing, I wonder, are they going to be able to keep? There's going to be a lot of stuff that was supposed to come out this holiday season that's going to be pushed back because of this whole COVID thing. It has really screwed up a lot of timetables, so we'll have to see. I don't know. Can't wait to get the flavoring in, though. I mean, I really want to try that blueberry. Ugh. Cream cake goodness. Got to try it. Will I pick it out? Nah, John Q, I'll let her do that. She don't ever want much, so it's usually easy. But I don't know, she likes jewelry too much. It's crazy in the stores. Dave, I honestly don't know. I haven't been in any stores in a long time because I'm avoiding even thinking about trying to catch the COVID virus even more than what I already have. I don't need to end up in the hospital and dead. I just got some bad news about my my now ex-mother-in-law is in the hospital, and they've only give her weeks to maybe a month to live. She was already old, and she has Alzheimer's and dementia, and she recently fell and fractured her hip, and now she's in the hospital with a fractured hip and pneumonia. And every time I've seen that with someone elderly, that's it for them. It's almost her, like my mother-in-law's mother died the exact same way. Fell and broke her hip. Within a few weeks after that, she passed. And now it's repeating itself. It's happening to her also. So it's weird. I don't know if y'all have had that in your family with someone elderly and they fall and they break their hip, and the next thing you know, man, that's it. They just don't have long after that. I don't know what it is about falling and break. Stop taking the lisinopril. If I want to stop it, stop taking the damn lisinopril. Tiger, I want to stop. If that's what it is, I will stop taking the lisinopril, but my blood pressure is going to go through the roof. That's what scares me. I mean, if that's what it is, though, if I can stop for just a little while and that I can see that my cough has gone away, then I'll go back to the doctor and say, y'all need to give me some different medicine because it's making me cough all the time. This is the reason I don't think it's that. Patrick's still coughing too, and he doesn't take blood pressure medicine, and he's a lot younger than I am. So, yeah, do not stop your meds. Well, that's the reason, DeMillan. The reason I haven't said, you know what, it may be the blood pressure medicine is because he's still coughing too. We both have the same freaking cough, and I hear him every morning. You know, but damn. Did I start? No, Tetley, I did not start the meds around the same time. That's why I don't think they're related. I had already been taking blood pressure medicine way before the cough started. Way, I mean like a year or two before the cough started. So I don't think, and get a mold test for the house. Man, there's so many doctors in here. I I don't know where this cold's coming from. Yeah, you don't stop the BP meds, you change them. John Q, excellent point. It made your heart race? That's weird, Paw Paw. Yeah, see, now this is the weird thing. I can't take just lisinopril. If I take just lisinopril, it does not bring down my blood pressure. I have to take lisinopril along with amlodipine. The amlodipine, I think, is actually what's doing it for me. I probably could. I've tried taking just lisinopril. It don't work. I haven't tried taking just amlodipine because I think that's the one that's bringing my blood pressure down. People were getting as early as October. You know, even aliens, that's exactly when I got sick, was October 2019. It's exactly the date. It was like right before Halloween, somewhere in the middle of October. Let's take my blood pressure now. I could, Munchkin would have to bring me the blood pressure machine, but I could take my blood pressure now. I don't think that it'll be high. It shouldn't be. Because I've been taking my medicine. John Q, no, I don't think there's any mold here. There's no water leaks or anything like that. But, you know, you don't know, I guess. If you got mold, you got mold. I think the blood pressure machine is coming to me. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to try the blood pressure machine. And I have to be quiet while I'm taking my blood pressure. Feet's flat on the floor. How old is the house? Do you know what year this house was made? The 80s. I think she said mid 80s. Wow. Okay. That's not bad for me, actually. DeMillan, if I have 138 over 76, that would be awesome, but this is my blood pressure. (118 over 87). 118 over 87, which the 87 is good. Even when I was in the hospital, they couldn't get it below 90. You do hear crickets. Even alien, the crickets are for the various animals here, so she has to keep crickets. She's got tarantulas and freaking. Am I worried about the pulse? No, Demilla, my pulse has always been fast like that. I don't know why my pulse is. It's probably because I'm all hyped up about the show. I got to be hyped up. It's 111 for the show. When I calm down and lay down, it'll go back to 90-ish. But yeah, there's enough stuff here that eats crickets that we have to keep correct. Yeah, there is definitely tarantulas in the house, Bunny. Tarantulas, snake, scorpion. Um, what other creatures do we got? A cat, a dog, ferrets, and then the chameleon. There we go. So the scuba zoo will be open next week.
$3 commission.
Yeah, $3 yeah, Katie gets all the commissions. So there.
I'll give you 50 cents for each person.
Meth brownie. Meth brownie is the brownie, yeah. Meds in the brownies.
Allie, hurry up. Bedtime. Tomorrow when you wake up.
Oh, you have a major phobia of spiders. You know, Bunny, I'm not a big I'm not a big fighter. No, I'm not a big fan of spiders either. Never did really. I mean, I'm okay with snakes and stuff, but yeah, spiders. But tarantula. Now, I would not pick up like a black widow and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna play with that." No, but the tarantulas don't seem that hostile, so I don't think it's bad. There you go, dire thing. We should have named the chameleon Karma.
No, not Karma.
Chip the chameleon. Hallie named the chameleon.
Yep.
I don't even like little spiders. Yeah, she's got one of them bird eater tarantulas. It's not big yet, but it's going to get really big.
Well, it molted. I haven't seen how big it's been since it molted.
Oh. Well, I don't think it's going to like jump to supersize overnight, but yeah.
Well, I showed you the difference in the molts of the little one.
Yeah, that's true. How's the game playing?
Go away.
I have not played Days before, even Aliens. I'm still playing Fallout 76. They came out with that Wastelanders update. You know what the problem with that game is? There's no ending to it. Most games that you play, there's an ending to it and you're done. Well, I guess there is a main story that you can complete in Fallout 76, but you're still not done. There's always stuff to do, and it's addicting as hell. I hate that, but yeah. Yes, Kevin, Katie did show her spider on camera before. Are you shooting the spider, DeMillan? With the ray gun? Pew, pew, pew. Google the Cinepril cough. Ah. Man, okay. This is the other weird thing. The cough, sometimes I get just a trace of phlegm. So I'm thinking there's some kind of infection in my lung, but it didn't show up on the x-ray, so I don't know. What the hell? I'm baffled. I'd like to get it fixed because I still can't vape the way I want to. Not the way I used to anyway. With just big old giant drags. I can't do that because I'll cough like crazy. But just a normal smooth vape, I'm okay with that. It's the Virginia air. Ozman, it could be. The only way I'll know that is if like we went down to visit Georgia for like a week or two, where I just breathed in Georgia air, which I've been used to all my life. And if it went away, then I'd be like, oh, it's Virginia air. Everybody's got to move now. Yeah, you would think so, Tetley, man. I mean, I got here in April and I didn't get sick until October. That's way too big of a gap for it to be something from me just moving into an area that the air or something in the house would make me sick. I would have got sick a lot sooner than that. I would say if I moved in by April, by June I would be really sick if it was something in the house. Hello, Al, how you doing? Oh, he meant the meds. Yeah, the side effects would have showed up a long time ago, I would think, Tetley. Dom Long, and I feel for you, dude. If you've been dealing with it for 3 years and I'm in the same damn boat as you are, that sucks, man. Because I know exactly what you're going through. And that cough just out of the blue, you'll just be like, la, 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 just start coughing. And it's like, what the hell, man? There's no reason for me to be coughing right now, but it happens. Well, if that's the case, then technically, I've been here exactly 1 year as of a couple days ago. So I wasn't sick during this time last year, so I shouldn't be sick this year at this time. So that doesn't line up either. Yeah, no, the pollen I used to be allergic to the pollen, but I grew out of that over the years. It used to really make my eyes puff up, and now it doesn't even bother me. I can go out there and huff it, and I'm fine. So, well, thanks, Hal. I mean, I look good for an old dude, I guess. Oh, well, even aliens, I like going out and looking at the stars every once in a while, and if it does look like you can see them a little better now, I could be wrong. But the main thing that really kills being able to see the stars outside at night is light pollution. If you're in a city or close to a big city, it just reflects off the sky and you can't really get a good look at the stars. If you ever go way out in the country somewhere, away from all the big cities, look at the stars then. It's a big difference. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much of a difference it is. If you've lived in the city all your life, you need to at least do that once. Go way out in the country somewhere, away from any big city, and I mean lots of miles away, and to where it's like so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face, which happens. And then look at the stars. Allegra, I do have allergy pills upstairs. If it's something I'm allergic to, I could take that and see if it helps. Right now, I'm getting choked up. Oh, what'd you get? Oh, I'm interested in hearing your vape mail. Dom Long, do it. Go grab a doctor. Give me something for this, whatever the hell I got. That's what you need to tell him. I don't know what I got, but I need something for it. The Danny box, 21700. I have not seen that yet, Owl. I do like the fact that it's 21700. What's up, Chunk? Y'all still on lockdown over there too? Well, I think they got y'all locked down even more than us, Chunk. We're locked down, but it's not like they'll haul us off to jail if they catch us outside. If it's a really dry cough. RS, it is a mostly dry cough. Like I said, sometimes, especially in the morning, I might cough up a little phlegm. It's just barely. It's not enough that I could even spit out, but just a little bit. I can taste that it's in my mouth, and it's like, ugh. But yeah. $60 fine if you don't give police an excuse. Damn, if they can be bothered to stop you and ask. Yeah, there you go, Chunk. If they even want to. You know what? The cops are like, I'm not even pulling over to talk that dude. He may have the virus. Oh, thanks, DeMillan, for the link there. Well, hell, Owl's got a link too. There's links everywhere. Let me try and click on one of these. Oh, the die codes. I have heard of the die codes. I didn't know it was called the Danny box. Ooh, it is not cheap, is it? Oh, it's actually got a screen. That looks a lot like what I'm vaping. You look at the top of that mod that you have. You're looking at the top of the mod you got right on that picture, and then you look at the top of this. That looks really similar, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, they're different mods, but these look very similar on the top. Now the sides are completely different, but the tops look like spot on identical almost. The same flat screen going across, but you know, this is not 21700 either. So there you go. Stock up on meat as soon as possible. Tiger, I heard that too. Munchkin actually had somebody stop her in the store and said, "You need to stock up on meat." The guy was trying to warn us, "You need to stock up on some meat right now." I'm like, okay.
Patrick.
Or
Okay, so I posted
we can go buy a bunch of
the
Doritos.
groups, right?
No, I'm just kidding.
The only thing I have to say, which is good, is that the long light, apparently that's a T8, we need a T10.
There you go, Chunk.
Felt bottom can be taken out. And that
Wow. Ow, that's what I call fast shipping right there. You ordered Monday night and got it on Wednesday afternoon. They didn't waste no time. That's great
apparently they
for
checked
shipping.
the moss on the fucking vine.
Meat packers are all infected and closing. Damn, DeMillan. I heard something about that, but I didn't know how bad it was. Wow. Oh, you know, it scares me. The main thing that scares me is the president's going to let everybody go back out and reinfect everybody all over again before it's time. You know what I mean? They're gonna go, okay, everybody can go back to work now, and then when they do that, if there's still some people that's sick, it's going to reinfect everybody, and we're going to go through this whole damn thing again. That's what scares me the most. Our economy has gotten screwed up enough as it is, and if they do that, it's going to make things even worse. It would be so bad. Imagine going through this whole thing again for the same period of time. Yeah. See, Chunk says that will happen 100% guarantee. I don't doubt it, Chunk. I really think that what's going to happen is they're going to go, you know what? Everybody can go back out now. And they're going to have some people that's still infected or still contagious infect somebody, and we won't know it at first. It will take a while. I don't know if it'll take 3 months, but it'll take at least a month, maybe two months. And then it's going to start spreading again. And then before we can even get quarantined, it's going to be out of control again. We're going to literally have to move out to an island somewhere away from everybody. It's crazy. The meat plants here closed a few weeks ago. They tested all employees and supposed to open again Monday. Wow. Doodlebug, are they even going to have the results back? And then are they going to open again with the same employees? If they all been tested, they have to have the results before they can open again with their current staff. Oh, 3 months is how long they need to stay at home. I got you, Chunk. Well, as far as staying home, a lot of people have not done that. So I think that's why the virus got as rampant as it did, because people are like, we don't need to listen to the whole quarantine thing. We're going to go outside, and then they get people infected. And it's other people that are trying to go by the rules, but yet they'll go to a store because they need something, and they'll grab the door handle and then they got the virus on their hand and they don't know it. A lot of people are taking precautions on that, and staying, wearing surgical gloves, which I think Jules brought that up. People are leaving disposable surgical gloves all over the streets and crap. That's ridiculous, man. Because of the fact that you're inconvenienced and have to wear surgical gloves or a mask, you're going to start throwing your trash all over the streets. That's stupid. And then people have to go pick that up that probably has the virus on the glove and throw it away. So they have to wear gloves just to pick up your gloves. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in the damn trash the way it's supposed to be. If you had a flu vaccine in the last 2 years, you would test positive for COVID. Wow, Robin. Well, I haven't had a flu vaccine in the last 2 years, so that test would work on me if it was going to show. Yeah, there you go, Paw. So I've been vaping the Aromomizer the entire show, Kevin, and it's still not dry hitting, so I'm convinced that it's wicked correctly. Vaping good for a vertical coil, for vertical coils that I put in here, which I don't usually run in Aromomizer, but considering the limited amount of build space and me not being used to that, works fine. I think I've had a flu shot one time, Dom Long, and that was back in like 2013, maybe. Munchie's chat is invisible. She's probably playing a game right now, John Q. I do not doubt that at all. Even aliens, I agree with you. He's definitely self-centered and wants to go out and just run his mouth, which is kind of stupid because every time he runs his mouth, he sticks his foot in it. So, did I change the cotton brand last October? Technically, I've thought about that too. Technically, I did change cottons, but it's still Muji cotton. It's just not the same pads. These pads are bigger, but they're still Muji. It's still the same brand name. So, I mean, that's Muji cotton all day long. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the label, but that's what Muji cotton looks like. So, I don't see why that would be any different. I have the other cotton too, so if for some reason the cotton's causing it, I can try to switch back to my original cotton and then just not use that cotton. But Munchie's using that cotton and she don't have any issues with coughing, so. My email address is easy, Tiger. I'll give it to you. If I can type. There's my email address. Yeah, Chunk, you got that right. That cotton lasts a long time. You have been coughing? I heard you cough once, but see, that's the problem, Munchkin. You attribute it to the dry air in your office. The people that got COVID said the same thing. I just thought it was my air conditioning in my building that was causing me to cough. And those are the people that had COVID. Now, I don't know why you're coughing. I mean, it could be completely unrelated, but that's what some people that actually did get COVID were saying. I thought it was just the air in my office or the air in the room I was in. Nope. Robin, yeah, I bought a lot of cotton back then too. Muji had like this big sale where it was like $4 a pack, and then it was already like $11 shipping. So I was like, I might as well buy more. I bought a whole box so that I wouldn't have to buy cotton again for a while. So there you go. It's not the cotton. It's some type of cold that takes 8 months to get over. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So You're saying by the end of this month I should be over it. That'll be 8 months. Maybe mid-June. Because May, I don't know what time in October I actually got sick. You got your incubation period. So when it full blown, it was towards the later part of October. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good reviews on it too. Even aliens. I don't have the Aromomizer Plus V2. I have a lot of the other Aromomizers. I don't think that they would make a bad product. Most of the Aromomizers that they have made have been really good. This one obviously is a really old version, but still vapes good, even to be an old version. Still has that slight whistle to it from this stupid airflow ring. The newer ones, they made the nice metal band around so that you can just turn it and adjust your airflow. This one, the rubber band idea, was a bad idea. Bad idea. But it is what it is. It is better with only the 2-hole option, definitely, instead of 4 holes. That was too much air, and it just killed the flavor. She is 80 and coughed like a horse, eating moldy hay. Got her on another blood, and her cough went away. It would wake me up at night, so it wasn't good for me or her. From Scuba and Munchkin's mold test. We don't need a mold test, Robin. Dave, I did see that Malachite was in the Bitches of Eastwick show today. He was in there. I haven't seen him in this chat, but he may just be watching and not typing, which a lot of people just ghost this show. That's completely fine. They just don't talk, which that's okay. But yeah, Malachite is okay. Now he's probably real busy with work. I don't know his situation, but I don't know when he's casting again. I honestly don't. Ooh, Chunk, stop spending all that money, man. Yeah, he does work at Amazon, Paul Paul, so he may be really busy at work. Yes, Malachite's usually on the iVlog over on the West Coast Vapes Network, Talion. Maybe they know what's going on. Like I said, he came on during the Bitches of Eastwick show today, so I don't know the backstory. I don't want to make any assumptions. I have no idea. Yeah, Chunk. I mean, hopefully they'll release us soon, and I can go out and mail some stuff. I'd love to. I'm scared to go to the post office right now. I just am. Even aliens, I may do that, just because of the fact that this will not go away. As soon as I get this stimulus money in, I may go to the doctor and try and get a test and maybe get another doctor's opinion on what the hell they think is making me cough, because I don't know what it is. Really don't know. If a doc says you need to quit vaping to clear it, Tetley man, that's a great question. If the doc says I need to quit vaping to clear it, would I do it? This is the question though, Tetley man. Now, if the doctor says I need to quit vaping long enough to let it clear up and then I can start back vaping again, I got no problem with that. If they say you can never vape again, that's like telling you, you can't ever smoke again, which I know, and then people find ways around it, which is usually vaping. And then they take that. Then they take that away from me too. Ooh. I honestly don't know the real answer to that. I would say that yeah, I would try to quit. If it meant like I was constantly gonna have to deal with a cough the rest of my life if I didn't quit vaping, then I would have to quit vaping. But I would still do shows. I'd still talk about vape gear to you guys, I guess. But there was nothing I could do. If I couldn't vape, it kind of sucks. I was like, I can't even try this and tell y'all how good it is. That would suck. All right, guys, I have run over on time. I'm all mad. What? I'm gonna bump off here, guys. We will catch you guys next week at the same time. Hopefully by then I should have the flavoring. So next week we're gonna be doing a live juice making thingamajigger on the show. Yes, that's what's gonna happen next week. I'm gonna try to do some live juice making. Maybe it'll help some of y'all that are struggling or wondering how to DIY. And until then, I will catch you guys later. Y'all stay safe out there. Stay away from the COVID virus. Wear gloves, mask. Stay far away from people. Y'all have a great one. Peace out.